I failed. I failed in my first YouTube series, but I'm going to attempt to save it anyway. I had filmed all of the group stage matches. We were simulated up until the draw for the knockout stages. I had an assignment because I'm getting my teaching license, and I had to submit a video, and I accidentally deleted all of the files of videos because I am not good at computers yet. So I still have the save, and I'm attached to what's going on, so I figured instead of just canning it, why don't we go ahead and start with the knockout stages instead of going over all the highlights of the group stages, because it took a long time. And to be honest, the highlights in FM16 aren't exactly the greatest. So I do want to actually go in and attend the match, so you're seeing more highlights. In FM16, the highlight feature when you're watching after the match just isn't very good. So I decided to just go ahead and bring you what happened in the group stage. I actually followed through and watched all the highlights to all the games, so I pretty much know what happened in every group. So yeah, I'll see you in a second so we can go through the groups. Alright, here we go. We have the completed group stage tables. So what I wanted to show you is simply who went through to the knockout stages. Inter pretty convincing the whole way through. They were always top of the group. Zenit, I was expecting Monaco to go ahead instead of them. They drew their last game. AS Monaco won, but it wasn't enough, obviously, as Zenit got the result that they needed against Inter in the last match to go through. Arsenal really struggled at the beginning, losing their first game and then drawing their second, but they won 4 on the bounce after that to take the top of the group. The rest of the group was really open. Celtic got the result against Arsenal to go to 9 points. Porto really had a very strange time. They beat Arsenal in the first game, then it completely fell apart against both Celtic and Young Boys. There was even a highlight, which I wish I could show you, where the center back, a cross comes in from a Celtic winger, I think, and the center back for Porto just reaches his hands up and punches it away like he's a keeper. I've never seen anything like that in Football Manager. So that was super interesting. In the next group, Liverpool and Juventus were in cruise control. Liverpool slipped up against Galatasaray, and Juventus slipped up against Liverpool. Those were the only big 2 surprises, because I thought Juventus was going to beat Liverpool and be the first seed in that group. Group D is the most exciting group in my opinion. Barcelona was in 3rd place 2 match days ago. Schalke obviously disappointed not to go through to Basel. Basel beat both Schalke and Barcelona to earn a spot in the knockout stages. They whacked Barcelona 4-1. But it is what it is. We'll see Basel in the next stage. Atletico with a really poor start as well, but they won 3 of their last 3 matches to earn that knockout stage spot. In second place, Benfica going ahead as the first seed. Group F was very close. Club Brugge had the chance to potentially earn their way into the knockout stages despite starting slowly, but Benfica took care of, or not Benfica, Sporting Lisbon took care of them when they faced each other in the final match day. Manchester United coasted to finishing first. Man City was another team that seemed to coast through, only drawing 1 match. I don't even think that was against PSG. No, it was against the Bulgarian side at the bottom of the table. The rest of their matches they won. They beat PSG both home and away 1-0. Of course, Pep Guardiola leading Paris Saint-Germain in this save. Napoli will be disappointed. In Group H, Real Madrid topping the group after having beaten Bayern in that second spot. So we have gone ahead and we do know what the knockout stages are going to be, but so I'm going to go ahead and show us what the draw for the first knockout round is. First up, we got Atletico versus Inter. Next, we have Juventus versus Man City. Next was Zenit versus Barcelona. Celtic will face Benfica. Lisbon will face Arsenal. PSG will face Real Madrid. Bayern will face Liverpool. And Basel will face Manchester United in the first knockout round. So before we go on to the knockout round games, I want to go ahead and check out some of the leagues. So we know that England is the first division, or in terms of reputation, they are in first. So I did want to go ahead and show the standings. We see Man City on top, Arsenal led by Allegri in third on 29 points. Both of those teams through. The other team that's through, Liverpool, on 22 points, down in ninth. Manchester United also through. So all four teams making it through. Most of them as first seeds. All four of them as first seeds. But Manchester United in the league not doing too well. All the way down in 11th. So next we'll go to Spain. We have Atletico, who finished second in their group on top of the table. Barcelona not far behind. Obviously Real Madrid right below them. All three of those teams going through to the knockout stages. Next we'll go to Italy. Napoli is on top of Serie A despite not making it past their group. Of course, they were in a group with PSG and Man City, so it's always going to be hard. Juventus going through, Inter also going through, and AC Milan did lose out in a group with Bayern and Real Madrid. AC Milan will be headed to the EuroLeague, and as will Napoli. I didn't mention that for them. But Inter and Juventus are going on to the knockout stages. Next in Germany, we have Leverkusen, Wolfsburg, and Red Bull Leipzig in the first three spots and the Champions League spots. Bayern and Dortmund not far behind. Schalke tied with Dortmund despite being in seventh. Bayern going through under Real Madrid. Hard group for them, but they took care of business. It could have been AC Milan, but Bayern took care of business. You would expect Bayern to beat AC Milan, I believe. Schalke, probably the most disappointed of all these teams. Rafa Benitez has taken over since the last video that you've seen. He was not able to guide them out of the Champions League group stage. Basel has won the second knockout round spot in their group, with Barcelona going ahead as the first seed. And the last league, of course, is going to be the French league. I say, of course, like you've actually seen the other videos. I checked every league as we were going through the match day so you could see how the leagues were going and if there were any staff changes. There weren't many staff changes. I guess I should have realized that at the start of the season. It won't happen usually unless they start off really bad. But this is actually pretty interesting. I noticed, of course, that PSG is only on 15 games, whereas Monaco's played 2 more. So PSG could easily be up in the upper positions, but Marseille themselves on top, also having a game in hand. As I've been simulating through this and looking at this league, I've been surprised. Marseille's been able to stay atop the league, basically, and PSG, despite doing pretty well and having a very good goal difference along with AS Monaco, they can't seem to match the results early on as Marseille. Alright, we are going to go ahead and simulate forward, and we're going to go to the actual match days of the Champions League. Alright, here we are in the first knockout round. We have our first game with Atletico versus Inter Milan. Atletico in a 4-4-2. Sergio Rico in goal. Godin and Rudiger are going to be our center backs. On either side of them is Sekira and Mendoza. The two in midfield, Koke and Allen, with Griezmann on the left and Bentancur on the right. Will be looking to stop the Inter attack in the midfield. Jackson Martinez and Borja will be looking to score the goals for Atletico Madrid. Next we have Inter Milan. We've got I need to bring this back up. I'm not very good at this. We've got Roman Berkey in goal. Juan Jesus and Jason Denayer are the center backs. DeMarco and Buffarini on either side of the defense. Camacho is going to play in the number 6 role in the 3 midfielders. Benassi and Lucas Lima ahead of him. Carlos and Correa on the left and right with Jovetic on top. Let's go ahead and go into the match. I'm going to move myself back over and make myself smaller. Oop. There we go. No one cares to be me to be that big. I'm going to try and commentate as if I was actually commentating a game. Balls out to DeMarco. Inter with the kickoff. We are in the 5th minute now. Sergio Rico with the goal kick. He kicks it up the field. Bentancur heads forward. Jackson Martinez tries to connect but is unable to. The ball ends up with Koke. Griezmann on the ball now on the left. Griezmann plays to Koke. Koke is going to play a long ball to Bora in the box. Bora picks up the ball. He slides past the defender and scores to make it 1-0 for Atletico Madrid. First goal that we've seen in the first knockout stage. Atletico Madrid 1-0 up. Koke with a good ball finds Bora. Bora does well to get past DeMarco. And a good finish past the Inter keeper, though he probably should have done better. Keepers are horrible in this game, by the way. I know you don't see it in the group stage because I accidentally deleted everything, but they are horrible. Bora on the ball now. He gets to the inline. It's a strange cross. Griezmann's on it now. Berkey with a good save. Griezmann with a good chance, but he hits it too close to Berkey. Atletico Madrid, it's only the 7th minute now. Koke takes the corner. He serves in. It's Messi. Mendoza connects, but it doesn't go in. Rudiger has the ball now. He plays it back up the field. It's not going to come out to anything. We are into the 20th minute now. Sekura picks up a yellow card. So far, Atletico Madrid in control as of right now. I'm going to go ahead and change this to stats. Inter struggling so far. I like this report. Korea went down. That's why Sekura was penalized and got the yellow card. Inter on the ball now. Carrillo serves in. Bentancur clears. Griezmann tries to connect but isn't able to. It's headed back in, or played back in. Jovetic is able to connect, and he gets the away goal for Inter in Madrid. Stefan Jovetic there. Is it either headed? Yes, it's headed back in by Lima. Jovetic, he looks just offsides, but maybe not. It counts, so it must not be, and it will be 1-1. Inter with that away goal. Allen now picks up a yellow card for Atletico Madrid as they get a corner. They're not able to score at that time. Inter with only one shot, but having taken advantage of that shot to score the away goal. Atletico a bit more in control. We have another chance from the corner. Koke serves in. Bentancur tries to head, but isn't able to. Koke gets there before DeMarco to play back to Griezmann. Griezmann with a long range shot. What a goal from Griezmann to make it 2-1. What a goal. He is so far out. Koke plays it back to Griezmann. He takes a touch, taps it forward. Doesn't look like he hits it too hard, but he just bends it past the keeper and into the goal. Atletico up 2-1 over Inter Milan. Atletico Madrid has 13 fouls so far compared to Inter's 2. Could they get into trouble with some of these yellows coming to reds as Inter looks to find their way back into the game? But Benassi plays the ball forward to Jovetic. We've seen him. He can score. Lucas Lima's on the ball now. Plays back to Camacho. Camacho plays out left. DeMarco's picked it up. He doesn't really have anyone on him, but he also doesn't cross quick enough before he is pressured. And it's a foul from Allen. Allen already has a yellow. And he is going to receive a red. Allen is off, and Inter in a good spot can take the free kick. Carlos with a decent free kick, but Sergio Rico is able to send it wide. Lucas Lima takes the corner there. Krenovita clears. Mendoza might be on a break here. Can he find support? He waits for support. Back to Krenovita, and it turns to nothing. It looks like Atletico Madrid had another corner in the 44th minute. Golden getting his head on the ball, but unable to score. Antoine Griezmann has been replaced by Bruno Zuccolini at the start of the second half. Jackson Martinez just caught offsides not long into the second half. We're already in the 60th minute. We haven't seen much since the red card. Jose Callejon comes on for Jackson Martinez up top. Excuse me. Koke now gets a yellow card in the 69th minute. Inter will be looking to press forward, potentially getting a goal. They are away now, so they'll be hoping they can get another away goal and then focus on performing well in the next match in Italy. Alan St. Maximin comes in for Carrillo for Inter, and Ali Christian something comes in for Benassi in the middle. Van Hoosden comes in for Juan Jesus. We're in the 85th minute now. Rudiger on the ball, he plays it back to Mendoza. Mendoza plays back. Oh, it's a bad mistake. Koke lets it go through. Camacho hits the post. Godin slides in and is able to clear the ball sort of, but Carlos picks it up, and poor defending from Atletico there. Sergio Rico able to turn the ball behind. We are now with a Inter corner kick. It's cleared by Mendoza. Lucas Lima serves back in. Zuccolini clears the ball. We've got 2 minutes of added time, and we have 10 seconds now as Football Manager simulates forward very quickly. Krenovita on the ball, and that will be that. It's the full-time whistle. Atletico 2, Inter 1 in the first knockout stage. Next, we're going to go to the next match. Hopefully, it works for me. Yes. So I figured out a way to attend both matches. I just created another head coach, and now we can attend both matches. So we've seen already the result. Now we have Juventus and Man City. We're going to go ahead and look up the lineups, or look at the lineups. We got a 4-4-2 for Juventus. We've got Oblak in goal, Valio and Bonucci as the center backs. Mario on the right, Alexandro on the left. Claudio Marchisio plays as the left midfielder. Paul Pogba and Cubas in the middle. Pereira is going to be on the right. Leading the line will be Paulo Dybala and Ayoze Perez. Manchester City has Dragowski in goal. Otamendi and Phil Jones. Phil Jones arriving from Newcastle in the transfer window, by the way. As the center backs, Jose Gaya on the left and Stefan Widmer on the right. Widmer being one of the top performers so far in the Champions League based on average ratings, if I can remember correctly. In that midfield three, we've got Emre Can. He's going to play behind the midfield line in a 4-1-4-1. That midfield line made of Milagoni, Isco in the middle with Kevin De Bruyne on the left and Raheem Sterling on the right. Sergio Aguero going to lead from the top in this huge match. And we are off in Turin. Marchisio on the ball now. Pogba picks it up in the midfield and he plays forward to Dybala. Widmer cuts it out. Milagoni picks it up now. Isco plays forward to Aguero. Aguero is able to turn, but he doesn't have much support. Looks like City's going to be going with a defensive approach, which is interesting considering that's not how they play in real life. They are playing out of the back here. De Bruyne on the ball now. He plays inside to Milagoni. Milagoni tries to play a ball forward. It doesn't find Aguero, but Aguero ends up with a chance. It's blocked, but it is able to earn a corner. Sterling's going to take the corner here. Sterling serves, and it's a very poor corner. Alexandro picks it up, and he serves a long ball up to Dybala. Dybala controls, almost went out of bounds. Potentially looking for some support. Pereira out on the right. He's going to dribble. He doesn't pass to Bruyne, but it is across to the far post. A good clearance from Phil Jones. I usually expect, at least from this version of the game, what I've seen so far, if there's a cross to the back post, it usually goes in. Not that time, says Phil Jones. Pogba picks up the ball now. It looks like he might strike it from distance. He doesn't. He decides to go out to Pereira. Good vision, but interesting decision. I probably would have hit it. Results in a Dybala chance. Dybala probably should bury the ball there into the net. You would expect him to, but he plays it straight to the keeper. Juventus with another chance. Perez does a similar thing twice in a row. It's a mess. It could be a penalty. I don't think it will be. Juventus with really 3 good chances right there. Not able to score any of them, but Juventus in control right now in Turin. Pereira plays the ball inside. Vallejo strikes the ball from outside the box, but no worries for the Manchester City goalkeeper, Dragowski, as it simply flies over his goal. Good stuff from Juventus at the beginning. They looked very ruthless, but we haven't seen much anymore. Man City having most of the possession. As I say that, it goes down. Juventus looking like they're the better of the two teams, more likely to score. Pogba just had a chance. Jesus Vallejo picks up a yellow card here. Pogba plays forward to Dybala. Dybala looks like he might have been offsides. Doesn't matter. He plays it straight to the keeper again, and it's cleared. So we are nearing the second half already. Not much happening. Alexandra getting a yellow card. We're nearing halftime. Manchester City with the chance from the set piece. De Bruyne is on the ball. He strikes, but it goes wide. Unfortunate for Man City not to score there. They'll be hoping they can get a few more chances like that, and will hopefully be able to capitalize next time. Melagoni in the middle now. He plays forward to De Bruyne between the lines. De Bruyne dribbles inside, gets the ball taken off of him, but Emre Can steps up to get it back. He plays out to Sterling. Poor decision. Alexandra able to counter or start the counter. Dybala slows the play down a little too much. Neither of these teams really going back and forth. It's a little cagey. When they do go forward, it's not convincing. Emre Can plays forward to Isco. A weird tackle goes all the way back to Jan Oblak. And we'll see why this is a highlight. Oblak serves forward. Vidmer heads back down, but it doesn't matter. It goes to Alexandro. Pogba on the ball now. He backheels it to Pereira. Pereira dribbling forward, plays forward to Perez, is unable to connect. Vallejo plays to Pereira again. Pereira on the ball. Pogba serves left to Alexandro. He serves in, but Dybala is unable to get his header to on target, and it will remain 0-0 in Turin. Free kick from Dybala, pretty far outside. He decides to go to Pogba. Pogba plays in Marchisio. A good strike from Marchisio, but Dragowski does well to get up and simply snatch the ball out of the air. We're nearing the hour mark. Aguero has come off. Xherdan Shaqiri coming on. Phil Jones plays the ball up to Shaqiri. Isco plays the ball to Melagoni. It looks like Sterling is going to be on top now with Shaqiri shifting to the right. Shaqiri gets the ball taken off of him, and potentially a Juventus counter occurs, but it's snuffed out by the Man City defense. Shaqiri on the ball again, not doing well from what I've seen so far. Only seen one thing, obviously. He takes on 2 players. He beats them both. He plays into Sterling. Can he continue his run? Sterling tries to find him. He has to drop back to receive the ball. He plays again to Sterling. It's a 1-2 with Sterling. Shaqiri on the ball now. He tries to score, but it's saved. It's messy, but Juventus gets it out. Not messy with an I. Messy with a Y. And we are down to the other end. Ayuso Perez is able to get it after a defensive mix-up. Was that a foul? Apparently not. Sterling trying to run onto the ball after a clearance. I thought it might be a penalty. It doesn't happen. This game has opened up Pereira plays the ball in, and Dybala scores. What a ball from Pereira on the right side. Finds Dybala in the box. He's able to just side foot that ball into the net. Dybala puts Juventus up 1-0. As you can see, Pereira sees the run of Dybala early and serves it into that space behind the defense. Dybala able to just connect and finish. Almost impossible to stop there. Milagoni's off, and Harry Kane is on for Manchester City. Alexandro throws it in, but is unable to connect with a teammate. City tried to clear, but it only goes out as far as Vallejo. Marquise on the ball now. A poor ball up from Juventus. Kane has picked up the ball, but again, City don't look convincing going forward, in my opinion. Isco finding Kane. Kane is leading the line. See if he can connect and create a chance with Raheem Sterling. Sterling coming ahead slowly. He plays Shaqiri out on the right. Shaqiri plays the ball back inside to Sterling. Sterling could cross it here, and it's Kane. Sterling is able to serve into Kane. Kane connects with the cross and scores to give City the equalizing goal. It's 1-1 in Turin. What a ball from Shaqiri. Sterling plays the ball out to Shaqiri and then runs on. He's able to find him, pulls it back for Kane. Bonucci tries to make it difficult but isn't able to get the ball first. Kane does well. We're entering the 70th minute now. Diego Costa called offsides. Time is flying by. We're in the 80th minute. Will another team get a chance? Sterling on the ball now. He shoots, and Oblak should have done better, but Sterling puts City up 2-1. They've been able to climb their way back into this match. Sterling getting the assist on the first goal, providing Kane the goal, and then getting to score a good free kick. Oblak arguably could have done better, but what can you say? He found the target, he hit the ball well, and it finds its way into the net. It is 2-1 for City in Turin. Oh, and they almost add another. That should have been a goal. It comes off the crossbar, though. They get another corner. Isco going to serve in the 83rd minute. They'll be hoping they can add another goal and really put the pressure on Juventus, who will be traveling to Man City in the next round or the next game of this matchup. Shaqiri on the ball now. Juventus not really able to get a break, it seems. Shaqiri cuts to the inline. He serves back inside. Isco! Oh man, what a goal it would have been from Isco, but he won't care too much because the ball bounces off the post to Harry Kane, and Harry Kane is able to finish to make it 3-1. Juventus will be disappointed. That just goes to show you have to take your chances when you get them. Man City has done so, Juventus not so much, and that is going to be a much harder game for Manchester City. For Juventus when they travel to face Man City. Oh, man. This game was turned on its head. Juventus could get a goal back here, though. Douglas Costa does well, but Phil Jones does better. It is another chance. Cubas is going to serve in for Juventus. If they can get a goal back, it will be easier. That highlight cuts, and we're not able to see what happens. I assume Man City clears. We'll see if anybody else can get a chance for the rest of this game. And with 30 seconds left and Juventus playing out of their own half, he throws it long to Pogba. Pogba is able to pass it out to Leon Bailey. Bailey's dribbling forward. Can he create a chance? He's gone all the way from the right side of the pitch all the way down to the left, almost running to, I thought he might run to the inline. Dragowski able to pick up his shot in the end. Juventus, a disappointing match at home. City getting the win with 3 second-half goals. And those are the first 2 games of this match day. I'll see you for the next 2 coming up soon. Alright, we are back with the next set of games. First up, we have Zenit versus Barcelona. We'll go ahead and look at the lineups again. Zenit getting the chance to have the first leg at home. They'll be hoping for a good result, hopefully being able to carry them through against a very hard-to-beat Barcelona. Zenit coming out in what looks like a 4-2-2-1-1? or I guess it just looks like a 4-2-3-1 really, but the midfielders are going to be trying to hang back a little bit and provide a bit more defensive stability. We have Lodigan in goal with Lestov and Garay in the center back roles. Krishito is on the left and Karavev is on the right of that defensive line. We have Yavi Garcia and Neto as the two holding midfielders with Jairzinho on the left and Hulk on the right. Bojan is going to play in behind Jesse, playing as the 9. For Barcelona, we have a 4-1-2-1-2 or a 4-4-2 diamond. We have Ter Stegen in goal with Baumgartel and Piqué as the center backs. Marc Bartra is going to be on the right with Jetro Williams on the left. Busquets going to play that holding midfield role with Van de Beek and Casemiro providing either side of that diamond. Luis Suarez is going to play interestingly as the 10 behind Neymar and Lionel Messi up top. I'm going to go ahead and start the match. Barcelona gets us kicked off in Russia. Luis Suarez is going to go ahead and send it out to Bartra early this game. Bartra running down the right, and we have our first tackle from Jairzinho. Barcelona will be hoping to go ahead and take care of business in Russia and then coast through this first knockout round. But we have seen them come up short of expectations so far, having lost to Basel and struggling in the first part of their group stage campaign. Karavev plays it forward. Sergio Busquets is able to cut it out. Luis Suarez plays it out to Bartra. Bartra could get a cross in here. He does. Almost an immediate impact from Marc Bartra. Only less than 2 minutes in. Almost an own goal. Messi is able to serve the ball and is cleared by Listov. There's really no target there for Barcelona. They'll be disappointed. All right. So far, like I said, Barcelona would be expecting to dominate this match, but you never know. Someone just got a yellow card. I actually couldn't see who it was. Van de Beek's on the ball now. It was Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez picks up an early yellow card. We're only 12 minutes in. Barcelona trying to play forward, but struggling with it right now. If they can get in behind the two forwards, well, actually, those three players up top are just so dangerous. You'd expect them to score a lot of goals. Bojan, not sure what he was trying to do there, but makes the mistake, loses out, and Barcelona are going to be on the attack again. Marc Bartra tries to play in Messi. Krishito able to clear it out. Jairzinho on the ball now, plays into Bojan. Bojan again losing the ball out to Barcelona. Van de Beek plays it out to Bartra. Bartra is playing very high this game. Messi plays a good ball to Neymar. Neymar is able to pick it up, and he's able to finish past Lodigan. I think that was Lodigan, right? Doesn't matter. Barcelona score 1-0, get the away goal. Hopefully that will be the floodgates open. What a ball from Lionel Messi, and a good first touch from Neymar. Is able to stay up, stay strong. Garay isn't able to slow him down. Garay. Fantastic pass from Messi to set up that goal. Neymar did have some work to do, and he did well as well. Garay is going to pick up a yellow card after tripping Neymar in the 15th minute. Zenit will be disappointed so far, obviously being down a goal. Going down so early, it'll make it hard. They'll want to choose to go forward, but they also don't want to just completely lose the tie to start with. So what do? Take your home advantage, try and go on the attack, even though you could be countered, or do you try and save some face, still play defensive even though you're at home? Barcelona's a good side. It's hard to know what to do. Sometimes you can do everything right and it still go wrong. Zenit had a bit of a chance there, but not so much happening now as we head to the half-hour mark. Willems is going to take in the throw-in. We are attacking. Barcelona is on the attack. Willems, he plays back to Neymar again. Neymar is able to dribble, and he gets the shot away. Oh, I thought that was just going to curl in, but it doesn't. Obviously, it's still 1-0, but Barcelona on the attack again. Luis Suarez plays out to the right to Bartra. It comes back in. Neymar ends up taking the shot, but it clatters off the Zenit defender. Baumgartner plays forward, and Bojan plays it forward back to him, and he clears it again. Either way, Jairzinho is on the ball now, and that ends up not being a highlight. We are in the half-hour mark, or past the half-hour mark. Mark Bartra, who I've seen a lot from so far this game, with the yellow card. Don't know how the corner was earned, but Bojan, surprisingly, scores off the set piece. It was a good set piece. We'll see it again. Hulk serves in. No one's marking. They're trying to play a zonal system, it looks like, but that's horrible defending from Barcelona. I don't know if they're actually playing a zone or if the defensive AI is just really poor, but either way, poor goal to concede for Barcelona. Van de Beek on the ball now. He plays back to Willems on the left. Willems is looking like he's going to try and get past the defender. He doesn't. He ends up going back to Busquets. Busquets plays it back out to Bartra. Bartra dribbles forward, and he might cross. He does get the cross off. Oh, wow. The ball almost goes in to that far post, but it bounces off. Neymar is there to get the rebound, and he restores Barcelona's lead. Bartra, it's a poor cross in a sense. It's not even close to any of the players. I guess he did put it into a good area, and even though he doesn't score, he does set up the goal, despite it questionably being a bad cross. Barcelona restores their lead so far. Caravev, the right back, picks up a yellow card. Crescido on the ball now throws in the Jairzinho. Zeno will be hoping they can get a goal before halftime. They'll find confidence in scoring on that set piece. Hopefully they know they can take, if they can earn a chance, they might be able to take it, but Neymar is going to go ahead and earn his hat-trick in this first half. What a finish. He was far out, but what technique to just pick up the ball from Lionel Messi and just, he takes his touch and just finishes it into that right corner. Finishes into that right-hand corner. What a goal from Neymar. Bojan out to Jairzinho. Zenit will be disappointed, but Barcelona will be looking to press the issue even more. Zenit would have been hoping that they would not be conceding so many goals. But as I said, good chance from Zenit. Maybe should have done better. Ter Stegen parries it away. Another corner for Zenit. Not as well worked this past time. Barcelona actually getting out to clear the ball. Barcelona dominating in terms of possession. We are getting the second half started off. Zenit get us going. Jairzinho's on the left. He serves in early. Ter Stegen gathers the ball easily. Ter Stegen plays out to Bartra on the right. Bartra plays forward to Casemiro. And Javi Garcia, who's already on a yellow, fouls Casemiro in the midfield. Not a smart foul. He's going to be sent off. Surov comes on for Zenit. He replaces Bojan. What a bad mistake. Ladigan plays forward. Zenit playing with 10 men. It's not looking good for them, at least in this match. Barcelona with 3 away goals. Luis Suarez picks up the ball cleanly. No foul, luckily for him. He is on a yellow as well. Messi finds Casemiro in the middle. What is Casemiro going to do? He plays to Van de Beek. Van de Beek's pass is blocked. Bartra is back on the right. He's dangerous from out here. Crescito goes to the ground but isn't able to get the ball from him. And, Van de Beek almost with a very good goal for Barcelona. Lodigan getting up and being able to stop the ball from going into the net. We've got Caravev. He plays into Hulk. Hulk on the ball now. Or Caravev, excuse me. Esquiel-Guerre plays forward to Jairzinho. Jairzinho doesn't have a lot of options. He decides to take the shot on from distance. Unable to find the target as we pass the half-hour mark. Or excuse me, the hour mark. Luis Suarez over the free kick. He connects with Baumgartel. Baumgartel heads over. Neto picks up a yellow card. Surov almost slides into the back of Messi. It's a dangerous challenge, but he gets away with it. Crescito is able to start the play for Zenit. Shatov tries to take a shot from far out, but it doesn't go well. Rafinha's on for Barcelona, as well as Sigurdsson coming on to replace Suarez. Bartra with the chance here. He should have served earlier. It won't matter. He still serves and connects with Neymar. Neymar should do better there, but Lodigan saves. They really could have put this tie to bed. I think one more goal, and that decides it. Neymar could have gotten 4 on the match, and he still can, but not in that instance. Oh, what a bad touch from Baumgartel. Hulk's able to take advantage. It doesn't look... What a mess that is. Hulk at a weird angle. Ter Stegen isn't able to confidently stop him. It bounces around. In the end, it doesn't go in. Piqué is out. Aurier comes on. Zenit will be disappointed. Aurier on the ball now. He's on the right side of the pitch. He plays up to Sergio Busquets. Busquets also on the right side of the pitch. They're very close together. He plays back into Rafinha. Sigurdsson plays a ball forward to Messi. Messi unable to connect. Neymar picks the ball up. He's not fouled by Karavev. He is dispossessed. Rafinha back on the ball. He plays it back to Willems. Willems might be able to get a cross in. No, he plays it back to Rafinha in the midfield. Rafinha with a ball across to Aurier. Aurier unable to keep the ball. Bartra looks like he might have potentially been playing center back now. With Aurier going so far forward. Aurier plays the ball back to the middle, connects with Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson's shot is blocked. Willems has the ball. Zenit can't seem to get a break. Karavev with a good tackle, and now Zenit could counter, but they are only with 10 men. So Hulk doesn't have many options, and he decides to go back. And Barcelona are able to regain their shape. Zenit's really probably not going to provide a threat. Barcelona pressing forward, hoping to get another goal, and they do earn a penalty. Rafinha carries the ball to the inline. Karavev with the foul. It is going to be a penalty. Who's going to take it? I think it's Lionel Messi. Who else? Is that a number 10? I have a good computer, but I can't completely tell. It is Lionel Messi to score from the spot, and he does so. 4-1 Barcelona. You'd expect Barcelona to go through, meeting expectations as of right now. Like I said, struggled in the group a little bit. We're able to end up taking that first seed spot and showing really what we expect from a Barcelona team. Aurier plays back to Messi. Messi looks exhausted. Aurier plays back to Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi could get the chance to create again. He plays to Busquets. Busquets takes the shot from right outside the 18. Lodigan gathers easily. With only 15 seconds, you wouldn't expect much more to happen. Maybe Barcelona press for one more goal. But you would think a job well done in Russia as Barcelona get a great start of the first knockout round going for themselves. All right, we're going to go ahead to the next match. Next, we have Celtic versus Benfica. Benfica the favorites, apparently. I don't know. It could go either way. We are playing in Scotland, first off. Celtic playing in a 4-2-3-1, a more classic one than what we saw from Zenit last game. We've got Nardi in goal, Goran Stankovic and Burke playing as the center backs, Zhenko on the right, Doumbia on the left, McGinn and Nicham in the middle. I hope I said that right. Adam Lallana is going to play as the 10 with Svensson on the left and Metos on the right, with Wilfred Bonny leading the line. For Benfica, they're going to play a bit more narrowly. It looks with Hagi and Casquet really pinching in alongside Zidane Bajaki. as the 10. Nicolas Ray, he's done well so far in the Champions League campaign, scoring a lot of goals. Nicolas Gaitan has signed a new contract with the club. Felipe Suarez playing in that center midfield role alongside him. Batista is going to be in goal, and that back line consists of De Gea and Sassien as the center backs, with Para and Maximovic on the right. We're going to go ahead and start the match because those names were very difficult for me. He plays us back to De Gea. De Guerre? We'll go with De Guerre. Svensson with the corner. Maximovic is able to clear. Gaitan picks up the ball, and he plays the ball forward to Casquet early. It doesn't connect. So far, it's been a bit of a back and forth. Ooh, Hagi plays in Ray. Ray with the chance. You would hope he would do better there. Ray unable to find the net after being played in. It was a great ball from Hagi. Para's on the ball now. Can he find an option inside? He might not need one. He takes the shot. Nardi's able to deflect it wide. It's a corner for Benfica now. Gaitan takes the corner. Burke is able to clear, but Casquet is on the ball now. Zidane Banyaki, unable to keep possession there. Batista comes out, but the highlight is over. Looks like a very close game. Celtic actually getting more of the possession. Every time I say that, it pretty much evens out. Benfica on the ball now, trying to build out of their own half. Nicolas Gaitan plays up to Ray. Goran Stankovic cuts it out, and Celtic will look to attack quickly, though it doesn't look like it's going to happen that quickly. Metos plays inside. It's a poor ball. Trying to find Lallana. Isn't able to. Casquet connects with Gaitan, who plays forward to Ray. Ray with another poor decision. Ray with a poor decision to try and play someone out wide, but it's a poor pass. McGinn gets the ball in the middle. He plays forward to Bonnie. Not able to connect. De Guerre clears, but only as far as McGinn. Svensson on the ball now. He serves in, and Metos is there, and Batista is able to save it off the line on his first attempt, but Metos follows it up and finishes to make it 1-0 for Celtic in Edinburgh. It really is poor defending. Good keeping, despite being in a poor position. He's in a poor position, but he makes a good reaction save. Isn't able to save the follow-up, though. Celtic up 1-0 as we are about to head into the second half. And Celtic will get the second half started. Svensson on the ball again, providing the assist for that first goal. Suarez is going to foul. Svensson, probably not a good decision. He had a lot of players behind them. Suarez is given a warning there. Ray is called offsides. I called him Nicholas. His name's Norberto. He's not real. He's a new gen. But Ray is a good player in the save. Consistent scorer for Benfica. Makmizovic able to start the play. Banyaki on the ball now. He plays in Casquet. Casquet's shot is deflected by Nardo, and Yenko is able to clear. Gaitan takes the corner. Felipe Suarez and Maximovic go up for it, but unable to find it. Casquet picks up the ball in the midfield outside the box. Tries from distance. It's never going to go in from there. We are at the hour mark. Sassian getting taken off. We have some subs coming in. Brian Cristante replaces Suarez. João Felipe replaces Banyaki because, thank God, I don't have to say that name anymore. No offense. 75th minute now. We haven't seen many highlights. Benfica getting chances. Celtic also having their fair share. We got about 10 minutes left of the game. Celtic will be happy with this result. Hopefully taking care of business in Portugal when they get to travel in the next game or in the next leg. I guess both of those are right. Celtic building out of the back well here. They are playing some long passes, but they are connecting, which wasn't happening at the beginning of the match. It looks like Griffiths is going to have a good chance, and he does provide an opportunity for Svensson. Svensson, the last provider, turns scorer, and it is 2-0 for Celtic. Celtic again will be even happier with this result now, considering they are 2-0 up. All they need to really focus on is keeping the clean sheet. Then they are in a good spot for that second leg. They can snag an away goal when they travel to Portugal. They could be through to the next round. Of course, they need to make sure that Benfica or Ray does not score. They do that. Celtic win the match 2-0. Benfica will be disappointed with that result, but Celtic, they took their chances. All right, we are going to go ahead and I'll bring you with the next matches again. I said I'd bring you the next matches, but I think that's going to be long enough. I checked both video clips for the games, and we're at about 10 minutes each game, which means a 40-minute video just for those first 4 games of the knockout rounds. So I decided maybe I should just do 2 matches at a time. That'll make the videos a little, they'll still be long, but a little less long. You're not going to be watching a 3, well, do the math, Anderson. 40 minutes plus 40 minutes is 80 minutes, which is an hour and 20 minutes. Add that or multiply that by 2, plus having extra time. Could easily be a super long video if I include all of the first round matches here. I didn't realize key highlights would be so long, to be honest with you. I thought for some reason that games were shorter on key highlights than they are. I know that obviously key highlights is the shortest that you can have. Either way, didn't realize so much time was going to be taken up. I should have thought about it. I didn't. So here we are. Next time we come back, we are going to have these next knockout stage matches before we move on to the second legs in another video following the next one. I did want to go back over the results. We did have a absolute, well, not an absolute, because then it did get on the score sheet, but Barcelona really taking care of business. Neymar scoring 3 goals, Messi with a penalty late on in the 89th minute to secure a good win for Barcelona. Celtic will be happy. Benfica were arguably the favorites, but really they were pretty similar sides heading into it, and with the home advantage, Celtic was able to take advantage of their chances. In the first 2 matches, we had Atletico. Despite Allen getting sent off, Inter was not able to get their way back into the game. They did end up with an away goal, scoring through Stefan Jovetic in the 24th minute. Atletico will be hoping they can travel to Milan and be able to take care of business, maybe even snag an away goal of their own. Juventus will be disappointed, being able to score through Paulo Dybala in the 59th minute. Following Harry Kane coming on, the game completely changed. Harry Kane scored in the 65th minute. Sterling having an absolute fantastic game, being able to combine with Harry Kane. And Man City has a huge advantage with Juventus coming in to face them in Manchester. All right, for the next video, like I said, I will have a similar set of highlights. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you come back for the next one. Thanks. Bye.